to Mailbag, the alpaca-friendly podcast. I am joined by Warren, Dan, and Ellie, who's making a debut. And you might know that from viral poolside tweets. Have your DMs calmed down yet, or?
I just put it on mute in the end. I was like, I can't be doing with this anymore. But when that guy from the Echo messaged me, I was like, well, this can go one of two ways, can't it? No one got it. It didn't translate from funny tweet to article on the Echo.
And the fact that just the headline "woman's tweet goes viral."
Just all the comments on Facebook of people going, "Is this all she did on her holiday?" I was like, "Yeah."
For those who don't know, Ellie, for those for context, because I know what it's about, it was hilarious. I thought it was brilliant.
I was by the pool on holiday last week, and two fellas came over. There was like a panel, like a wooden panel missing off the side of the pool, or it'd fallen off. And these two like maintenance men came over with a drill. And as they came over, like all the men started to like turn around like that. And then as soon as the drill fired up, they just started swarming in like bees. I was like, oh my God, look at this. I was like that with my phone. And they were all there offering unsolicited advice. Just like, you need a bigger drill bit than that and stuff. And I was like, this is unbelievable. So I put it on Twitter, and everyone was just like, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen. I was like, honestly, you should have been there. And then some fella from the Echo messaged me and was like, oh, can I write an article about this? Started asking me all these dead boring questions. I was like, just read the tweet. Just put the tweet on there. Like, that's all you need to do. And he wrote an article about it that just didn't make any sense. And I was like, I could have written that. But then, yeah.
When it was 200 quid for it.
Yeah, it was on Facebook and everyone was just in the comments going, I don't understand what the story is. I was like...
It was the way you worded it in your tweets, where it was just like, there's nothing that gets a group of men together more than a drill or something like that. I'm saying it for
yeah.
it was just,
I can't remember what I put, but
and it was the way you'd have the two pictures side by side, and it was just the first one was quite sort of normal, and the second one just swarms of fellas.
A swarm of fellas. Yeah, and then it ended up on one of those like meme Instagram accounts. So it was like British memes, and then the Archbishop of Banterbury, and someone by the pool stood up and was like, "That's here," and was like running around screaming, going, "That's this hotel," and I had to be like, "Trust me." But the last thing you want to do is point out to people like, "That's my Twitter account," because then they'll start going through all your tweets and be like, "Dick."
Yeah, judging you. See, I'll be the complete opposite though. If there's any manual labour going on, I'm terrified of it. Manual.
Yeah, I wasn't interested in this like
fellas terrify me, to be honest.
Yeah, I was like, who cares?
Yeah, but that'll be me though. It really does. Remember, we had a fella come round to do something in the loft, and I was that flustered that there was like a workman in the house, and he was obviously more of a man than I could ever be because he's a workman. I forgot how to pull the ladder down from the loft, so I got halfway, and I forgot how to uncatch it, and I was stood there, and there was this like, it felt like about 5 minutes, but it was about 10 seconds, and he just reached over and clipped it, and it slotted out. Yeah, the loft's up there. Do you want a cup of tea? It would be dreadful. Right, before we get into the questions, it's Greeny's Raffograph. Warren, are you still at 7 or?
Do you know what? I listened the other week when I think it was Matt who said to you, well, what is each number on the Raffograph? And I did sit down and start to give, because I'm sad like that, each number like a meaning on the Raffograph. So I got as far as 3. I had 0 being obviously the bed sheets, 1 being you're giving your season ticket back and you never setting foot inside Goodison again, 2 being by you won't watch us on TV, 3, and it all went up stage by stage to what it tends the Cardinals, isn't it?
Tends the Cardinals, yeah.
Les, I am, never thought I'd say, and I'm starting to become a Rafa fan.
I'm telling you.
I know. I know it's all going to go to pot, particularly as the season goes on, because it's Everton. But like, we've done all right, haven't we?
It's been sound.
We've actually
like enjoyable.
We've done all right, but not only done all right, we've addressed problems that we've had, and we're playing to a style that we kind of like and want. So yeah. I'm with you, I think, mate. Let's go for a walk down County Road in our Cardin outfits next week.
I'll tell you, mate, before the Burnley game, I'm getting up the Let's
do it.
Dan, where are you?
I've been through the whole I think one for me was nausea, just pure unadulterated, vomit-inducing sickness. I think 10 for me would be full cardinal FA Cup winners and maybe a small tattoo. I've just about got enough gaps to stick his tiny little wee head somewhere. I've been majorly impressed without wanting to be, and I'm around a 6.
That's more than I expected, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I'm around a 6 because I'm the same. I look at what he's doing to the team. I look at the togetherness and the general effort that everybody's putting in. I think we always knew he was going to bring in a couple of kind of people he knew and people he could trust. And the people he's brought in so far of that ilk, I'm okay with. Andres Townsend, one of the greatest wigs in modern history. It's just a stunning hairpiece. I just think it's a piece of modern structural engineering. How it doesn't come off, I don't know. It's just the most fabulous thing I've ever seen. I'd want one.
The worry is now he's at Everton, he'll go bald twice.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
It's hard to take for anyone.
Yeah, he'll have a widow's peak by the time they're kicking the Christmas pudding out, mate. But I think for me, just seeing the way we were all very worried about this defensive manager, this kind of negative kind of thing. And I think in general, there was this feeling that we weren't getting a man at the height of his powers. And maybe he isn't, but there is definitely someone there who gives more of a shit than Carlo Ancelotti ever did. And so I'm 6. I'm on the cusp of 7. I never thought I'd say it, but I'm on the cusp, definitely.
Take a win against Burnley and you'd be a straight up 7. Ellie,
mate, yeah. Smash Burnley 4-0, and I'm all over it. But if we're in if we're sort of still in any of the trophies by February, and we're on the loom of my wedding anniversary, and we're still playing half decent football, and we've bought a right back for Christ's sake, I'll be eyeing that gap. Look, I think I can fit in there.
Yeah. What you'll have to do is you'll have to get that one that Copite got that looks like Jimmy Corkill. You'll have to get a version of that done. Ellie, where are you on the Rafa?
I don't know, 4 or 5 maybe. I'll go to the game, I'll cheer the team, but I'm still a bit just don't want just pretend it's not happening. Still quite raw, that, isn't it? I feel like even though it clearly was a good appointment, I feel like the whole the consternation from the fans and everyone being like, don't do it, and they just went, well, we're just going to do it anyway. I feel like that was a bit of a kick in the back, but whatever. Yeah. Paid now, haven't I? Paid for the ticket.
Well, that's it. I was going to say, did he do it after renewals?
I don't. Yeah, I think they did. Yeah.
The renewals were well done, weren't they?
Yeah.
Talk of the ground, no talk of the manager, but yeah.
But we'd all already paid anyway, hadn't we? Because we couldn't go last season, so they've had it twice. Yeah.
Do you know what absolute blinder he played as well? So obviously they brought the kits out earlier in the summer because of soft getting. Kitted the kids out, spent loads. And then when you get your season tickets, it's like, oh, by the way, did you know that season tickets holders can get 10% off in the club shop?
Yeah.
You could have told us that before I went to bloody shop and bought all the kits. They're not soft.
No, they're not.
No. Right. Let's stop moaning about Evan. Hot topic. So tell you what, Ali, I don't know how to speed you are on this. Basically, the 2 questions I asked now, they're based on a news story from this week, I think, more or less. And if you know the answer, just shout out the name of, I'm going to say a 90s Everton player this week. Keeping the theme. And you get to answer the question. There's no prizes. It's just for fun. But,
So that's your buzzer, is a 90s Everton player?
Yeah, basically, yeah. That's the one. Right. Yeah, see, why didn't I just phrase it like that? It makes more sense. Okay, so here we go. What former Everton player would you re-sign?
Thomas Gravison.
I get it now, right? Was he 90s?
I'm on it. What was he 90s? Sorry to be picky. Was he 90s?
No, he wasn't, was he?
He was 2000s.
He was 2000s.
2000s.
Yeah. Oh, damn, sorry, got to take your first answer. Warren, well interrupted there.
Sorry, I'm really sorry to be
game
that
show
person.
Now, this.
I'm really sorry to be that. I'm sorry to be that dickhead. Really am. Mark Hottiger.
He definitely was. What a player.
I'd have gone Stuart Barlow.
Wow, see, still maybe going to be a player one day. Warren, go ahead then.
Is this? I mean, do you know what? Out of the two questions, it was the second one I had more sort of idea of. Is this Vlasic signing for West Ham?
It could be, yeah. That anything like that. Ronaldo,
Yeah.
United, Vlasic signing for West Ham, anything like that. Oh,
Anything, yeah. No, there seems to be a few knocking about, isn't there? Who are, who are signing for other teams and other players. Which former FC player would they re-sign? I'd sign Moise Keane because I've said the other day that it's not going to work out, but why not? Just give him one more chance. We might as well have a bit of moodiness and a bit of sending off action, mightn't we? So let's re-sign Moise Keane again, just for the absolute hilarity of it all. The fact that it will never ever work out for him, but stick him up front. We never know. It could happen, and then he'll probably go on loan to one of the top European clubs and score a bucket full. So let's do that again. Why not?
In that vein, might as well have Nias back in. I would.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, one of my favourite moments of the whole Ronald Koeman fiasco was that goal against Bournemouth that Nias scored, because he had such a hard time and we looked like we weren't winning that game. So for him to do that to Koeman was just brilliant. It was amazing.
Yeah. Remember when he came, when they introduced him? And they were like, "This is our new signing," and he came out and ran to the centre circle and started running around it, and everyone was like, "What's he doing?" One of the best things I've ever seen.
And then pretty much did the same when he got brought on against West Ham that time as well. Just ran. Ellie, who are you bringing back?
I wouldn't bring the ass back, but Lukaku definitely. I was really angered by his whole coming home thing. I was like, pardon? Coming home to Chelsea, who got rid of you? Come home proper. I'd go Lukaku.
Chelsea jibbed him off twice.
Yeah.
Like your mum and dad keep kicking you out.
Mm.
Yeah, I'd happy going back home. No, mate, that's not your home.
No. Come to your real home.
Exactly. Yeah, it's all seeing him playing for Chelsea, isn't it? I don't like it. Not as bad as when he was playing for Man United. I couldn't bear that.
Oh, it was so horrible to see what they turned him into as well.
Yeah, it was grim, wasn't
it?
Yeah.
Dan? Just for sheer hilarity and Cruyff turns in the box, I want John Stones. It was just hilarious. I just loved watching this kind of, when he was playing for us, it was like, he was mercurial and fantastic on the ball, and all I ever wanted him to do was be like Michael Carrick and play in the middle of midfield. That's all I ever wanted. I just thought one day someone's going to realise this guy could just sit in midfield and just spray the ball about. And for some reason, he just sat in defence and did Cruyff turns and wound people up. And I just loved it. I absolutely loved it. I was gutted when he went. I was absolutely gutted when he went. I just thought he was brilliant. I still like him now. I still really like him now.
Yeah, that was a moment in the park, and when he told us to shut. Cheeky cat. Yeah.
And he was doing that.
Oh, it still makes me mad.
Everyone just going, is he just? Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Right, good shouts, all of them. In fact, if we had all them in our team, apart from Moise Keane, because Stuart Barlow's better than him.
Even today.
Right, next one. So get your 97 player finger on the buzzer. Favourite flavour milkshake?
I'm going to get Barry Horn.
Who needs cancer now when we've got Barry Horn?
Just to say that I'm not a milkshake fan, not a milkshake person, so I'll sit this one out.
Okay, do you know what story it's from?
No.
It's McDonald's.
They ran out of milkshakes.
I mean, that might have been the week before last. I may have got this wrong. But I mean, the thing for me, it was a bit of a non-story anyway, because we always run out of ice cream. So it's not like... I'm happy to blame Brexit for everything, but I can't really hold McDonald's to account for that, as they always do anyway.
Yeah.
So the thing is with most sort of fast food milkshakes, you're playing a bit of a lottery, aren't you? Because I'll always sort of go for the vanilla milkshake, right? But it always tastes like banana. What's all that about? Always.
Where it's a hit and miss, isn't it?
Yeah. It always tastes like banana every time. And it just, yeah.
So would you go vanilla though, just in case?
Yeah, absolutely, all day long. But it's just you're in the sort of the lap of the nozzle gods. aren't you?
There's the title.
I was going to say, it takes some beating now, that, isn't it? That
Yeah.
title.
In the lap
Lap
of
of
the
the
Nozzle
Nozzle
Gods.
Gods.
It's
They
weird.
were a great band, weren't they? Lap of the Nozzle Gods.
Come on, name 3 records by them. I bet you can't.
Control Shift Alt, their first single. Big Bakers and My Garden Shed. Their final ever single, the 12-inch mega mix, the dub mega mix.
They could all be half hour good songs, to be honest. Warren, what milkshake are you going for?
Oh, I'm big on the old salted caramel. There's a place by us that does like the brunch cafe type thing, and went in there the other week for the milkshake. It was in the proper like stainless steel cup that was about that big. You drink a quarter of it and you're full, and then you've still got, and they give you a little thing of caramel as well to pour in as well. So I've got a terrible sweet tooth. I am bad for the caramel and the salted caramel. The Oreos have got quite popular as well, haven't they? Oreo milkshakes have gone very popular. And then now and again, like Dan was saying, just the occasional bit of banana, vanilla, strawberry, but now salted caramel for me.
Fair shout. I've got to give out me bit of trivia on banana flavouring, because I've got to every time anyone mentions banana flavouring. So did you know, and this was a true or false on Mailbag last year, banana flavouring, it doesn't taste like banana. It was based on a banana that went extinct in the 50s. So the banana flavouring does taste like a banana that used to be around in the 50s when they made the flavouring, but it's since gone extinct. So that's why it doesn't actually taste like a banana. You know?
Mailbag's gone QI, hasn't it?
I think that's true. I think it is. Yeah. I am determined to just make it into a game show, honestly. I did try, but right, that's the end of Hot Topics.